The massive colony is now facing pursuit. The soldier ants quickly raise their tails and eject the burst of powerful formic acid. This corrosive liquid causes a strong burning sensation to the enemy. A fierce battle breaks out instantly. Wow! A venomous scorpion nearby tries to seize the chance, but is immediately subdued by the soldier ants. The cunning ant-mimicking beetle slips in through a gap, imitating the shape of an ant, and right under the soldier's eyes, steals away the larvae. Just as the ant kingdom is besieged on all sides, the wasp family behind them also sounds the horn of attack. Can the tiny ant kingdom withstand this wave of destruction? After her nuptial flight, the queen seeks a place to lay eggs. She burrows between two leaves, and by consuming her wing muscles, and even part of her brain as food, lays her first batch of eggs. These precious eggs are the foundation of the kingdom. Within a few short days, the first workers are born, but the queen must continue consuming her own muscles to feed them. Weeks pass, and the budding ant kingdom takes shape. As their numbers keep growing, the original nest can no longer hold so many members. The queen releases chemical signals, ordering the workers to start building new chambers. They link their bodies to form bridges. Joining two, they pull the leaves together. This is truly a test of strength. The ants bite and hold tightly, clamping the leaves firmly shut. If measured by human strength, it would be like lifting a 7-ton truck with one hand. But they cannot hold the leaves together for long. They urgently need a glue to seal the gap. At this moment, an unremarkable worker arrives late, but the larva it carries in its jaws will play a vital role in the task ahead. The worker carries the larva across the living bridge to the place that needs reinforcement. As larvae grow, their bodies produce silk. This silk contains a special protein. The worker ant strokes the larva's head quickly with its antennae. Stimulated, the larva secretes the protein in the form of liquid silk. Once exposed to air, it hardens into threads. By pulling back and forth repeatedly, the ants gradually seal the gap between the leaves until the seam is fully filled. This skill can truly be called a miracle of nature. The nest has excellent lighting, and soon the queen moves her eggs into these comfortable chambers. But little do they know, everything is being watched by the ant-mimicking beetle. To break into the nest and steal eggs outright would be certain death, but with clever disguise, the outcome could be different. The ants' eyesight is almost negligible. They rely mainly on smell to identify intruders. This beetle can not only mimic the ant's shape, but also perfectly copy their scent. The guard ants show no reaction. Under their very noses, the beetle boldly steals away the larvae. Yet compared to the queen's hive production, such losses are almost negligible. Even during the rainy season, the nest serves its purpose. While storms rage outside, the ants rest safely in the dry chambers. As leaves wither, they often move to new homes, but all of this is being secretly watched by a venomous scorpion. Its powerful pincers and sharp stinger are deadly weapons. As the workers move the brood, the scorpion plans to attack from behind, but it is spotted by a guard ant. The ants must eliminate every threat nearby, yet their attack barely scratches the scorpion. The scorpion lashes out, its powerful pincers and stinger delivering a fatal strike. In just one blow, the guard ant is killed, but before it dies, it releases a distress signal. The foolish scorpion doesn't realize its own doom is near. Countless green ant armies swarm toward the target. In an instant, they surround the scorpion completely. They work in perfect coordination, pulling and restraining it. Using force, they pin the scorpion firmly down. The venomous stinger proves useless against them. Once the scorpion loses mobility, they mercilessly dismantle the prey. The corpse is carried back to the nest as food. Where there is war, there will be casualties. But thanks to the queen's daily thousands of eggs, losses are perfectly replenished. Not all invading species meet their end. A caterpillar of a butterfly is treated differently. By feeding on fruits, it absorbs sugars and amino acids. Some indigestible sweet compounds are expelled. This honeydew is irresistible to leafcutter ants, but this mobile kitchen does not always serve them. The clever ants devised another method. Mealybugs also live by feeding on leaves. Their small size makes them easy to manage. Using their weaving skills, ants bind them together, keeping them enclosed as livestock. This ensures a constant supply of honeydew. To protect them, the ants even assign a special army. If an escape attempt is detected, they immediately act to keep control. This way, there will be a constant supply of honeydew. For this, they even dispatch a special army to protect the mealybugs. Once they discover an escapee, they will gently send it back to the pen with their sharp jaws. But if there's too much honeydew, it could also bring disaster upon them. As the mealybugs grow fewer in number, the nearby leafcutter ants express strong dissatisfaction with their behavior. They gather their armies to demand an explanation, but faced with such threats, the Green Ant Army skips diplomacy entirely, sending out signals to immediately enter first-level combat readiness. The enemy soldiers rush forward without hesitation. The Green Ant Army, already waiting above, had been prepared for a long time. In an instant, the brutal battle begins. For them, food is the strategic reserve of survival. Once they lose the war, all food and eggs in the nest will be plundered completely. As enemy forces pour in, the casualties of the Green Ant Army soar. The soldiers above prepare to launch a magical attack. The formic acid sprayed from their tails, corrosive. It not only burns the enemy's body, but also causes the invaders to lose their sense of smell. Once ants lose their sense of smell, it's like humans losing their eyesight. With the advantage of position, the Green Ant Army gradually gained the upper hand. Without the guidance of Sen, the enemy's forces could only leap off cliffs to escape. The invaders threw away their armor and fled in panic. The Green Ant Army once again took control of the battlefield. With no more threats, they could finally settle down in peace. As their nation kept expanding, the Leaf Ants had to allow new queens to join. In just a few months, the Green Ant Empire grew from tens of thousands of soldiers into an army of millions. Their demand for food also increased at an astronomical pace. As their territory expanded, the surrounding vegetation was filled with their presence. However, a nearby threat greatly hindered the empire's development. The yellow wasp, they have strong mobility, and their resolve to defend their home is no less than that of the Green Ant Army. Meanwhile, the wasp nests contain soft, sweet larvae, which are also a delicacy long craved by the green ants. But given the distance between their nests, they might never have encountered each other in a lifetime. Yet, unforeseen storms can change fate. A strong wind pushed one ant nest closer to the wasp's hive. The wasps, faced with these uninvited intruders, immediately issued a deadly warning against enemies several times larger than themselves. The Green Ant Army showed no fear. Wasps cannot fight collectively like green ants do, and for a moment, under such a siege, they were overwhelmed. But in one-on-one combat, the wasps clearly had the upper hand. The green ants relied on their powerful grip, pinning the wasp's limbs tightly, spraying formic acid to subdue their foes. With their advantage in numbers, the battle quickly turned in favor of the green ants. To protect the larvae inside the hive, the wasps launched a full-scale, deadly counterattack. It became a massive confrontation. The green ants' woven nest was mercilessly torn open. They released chemical signals to prioritize rescuing the larvae, but the continuous airborne reinforcements deal the Green Ant Army a fatal blow. Now, retreat is their only option. The wasps have completely overrun the nest, but the massive brood chamber cannot move on its own. The soldier ants nearby can only risk their lives to relocate it. In war, there is never an absolute winner. Both sides suffer heavy casualties in the fierce battle. This war has brought a devastating blow to the Green Ant Army. But under the same roof, such conflicts are bound to happen again. Only by completely wiping out the other side can the fallen kingdom truly grow in